Good morning.
Good morning, Vietnam!
Good afternoon.
Hello. What's all this then?
Good evening.
Good evening. Yeah.
Wherever you are in the world, how we doing? You're now tuned into the second episode. Wait, hold on. You're tuned into the second episode. Make sure man's got social distancing. You're tuning into the second episode of Club 100. Population control. Does it give people a sense of security? Do people feel secure listening and adhering to the government? Even though they're getting fed with lies. Last few weeks we've been looking around, like seeing what's going on, seeing how the propaganda has changed people's actions. We're seeing a lot of people out there with masks, gloves on. Fuck knows why. But they say it's to protect them from the virus. So, does it give them a sense of security? Do they feel like it's protecting them? Because in reality, in hindsight, the masks, you're just breathing back your bad breath on yourself. Bacteria. You're not letting the oxygen, free natural nature, get to you, get to your lungs. Yeah? You want to be programmed by the government and what they're feeding us.
Yeah. In terms of population control, we can talk about numbers, or we can talk about, say like what we have now, COVID-19, like how it's being portrayed. Yeah, it's a way of population control. So they're using the media statistics, numbers to scare you, but really, if you actually worked out the numbers and the percentages, you might make you question yourself why we've been in lockdown for the last 2 months. So,
do you need to be scared?
Yeah, do you actually need to be scared of what's going on? Like, I don't think we need to be scared, as scared as we are made to believe of the virus, but more about what's going on behind the scenes and the changes they're going to try and put in place.
Because you've got to think, like, daily, 24/7, this is pushing our face. Numbers, death tolls. Death numbers. No recovery numbers, strictly death numbers. That's all they're telling you. They're not telling you how many people's recovered. They're not telling you none of that. They're just telling you who's died and what they've died of.
Yeah. So
supposedly,
yeah, like you said, you've got number of cases, number of people died, and the total number across the world and whatever. But they won't tell you that. Obviously, you can work out the numbers who have survived by doing the maths. But I mean, they won't give you that. So they still want you to have that fear and that perception of this is life threatening. So we'll just have to wait and see about the agenda behind COVID-19.
Everything's starting to come. Colours are starting to come out now. Truth's starting to get revealed bit by bit, day by day. There's different rumours going around of where it's come from, how it's come. Some people believe solely the narrative of what they're getting shown on the news, which is what we spoke about last time. Can you trust that? And in reality, everyone knows that you can't, because they've even stood on TV and said that people have died of other causes, but because they got tested before they died for COVID-19, COVID-19 is the cause of death. Does that make sense?
How can you sort of like watch the news every time, but always having to question what they're saying, having to read between the lines? Is that really the news? What is it? Just gossip then?
And it's their gossip, that's the thing.
Like,
people laugh at our gossip, but they take their gossip as gospel. That don't make sense. And all it's doing is putting us in more fear, putting us in more, we need to wear a mask and blue gloves, looking like a nurse, looking like we work for the NHS, and then going outside on Thursdays to clap at 8 o'clock for them. Everyone looks like they've been brainwashed.
banging pots and pans.
Banging pots and pans.
Yeah, it's scared of it too much.
Making music on Thursday evenings when the staff ain't getting no pay rise, they're not getting looked after by the government, but yet we're clapping for them. And there's even been nurses and doctors that's come out and said, don't clap for us, please, because we're not getting looked after, we're not getting the right protection.
There's no point in clapping, like, whatever the government message has been pushing to clap for the NHS, to save the NHS. Save what? There literally was, 60 doctors that have died?
Yeah.
60 doctors and nurses and all that sort of stuff that died.
Supposedly.
Due to lack of PPE, more than anything, because they don't have the protective equipment. So, what's that saying you about the government itself? It's in itself anyway. Right?
How are they supposed to do their job without the equipment? In an area that's infested with, supposedly infested with COVID-19, if you're in a ward or if you're in a room with people with that, and you've got nothing to protect you, of course you're going to catch it. It's like a police officer. He goes out on the front line every day knowing that potentially a criminal could kill me today. Same with a doctor or nurse, they go to work knowing that I could catch something today.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, you see, and in recent weeks as well, with obviously there's been protests in the UK about the lockdown and whatever, and then I saw videos and what's it of the police themselves, yeah, wearing gloves, adhering to social distancing rules, and then not wearing masks. So it makes you wonder, what information are they being given?
Yeah.
To what we're being given, because they're doing something completely different to what we're doing. So they're going, I saw a video where they wear rubber gloves, arrested someone, and then the same guy is going around trying to grab someone else. So what's the point? So what does that mean? He's just transferring germs
from one to another.
From one to another. Who's he protecting? He didn't go back to his van or go back to his car, change his gloves. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever what they're doing.
So if anything, they're making it spread faster between the protesters. Because if you're jumping from one person to the next, putting your hands on them, you're spreading the germs. The protesters ain't spreading it because they're standing at a distance.
They're not touching each other.
They're not even touching each other. They're there for a purpose.
Yeah. And
the police just want to come, no mask, no glove, and just touch up people and tell them to move on or arrest them. Boris Johnson last week said that people can go to the parks and the beaches, they're open. People went to the beaches on the weekend. And what are people doing? Other people, snobby ass cunts, filming them and saying, look at the social distancing. There's going to be a second peak in a couple of weeks. But your fucking Prime Minister, UK's Prime Minister, just told us we can do that. So it's like people are turning on each other. People are grasping on each other because they're jealous in a way. That people are there sun lounging and having a drink and enjoying life and they got no fear in them. Some people are jealous of that. They're scared. Beaches were full like on the weekend, like down the south end, Brighton, like full.
Yeah. I
see loads of my friends like going to the beaches on Facebook.
And if you go to a big enough park, it'll be packed.
It'll be packed?
Yeah. But
the sun's out, what do you expect?
That's what's gonna happen.
It's flipping scorching up.
And you've got to realise that this is England, isn't it? So when there's sun,
people are gonna come out.
People are gonna come out. Even when it's 17 degrees, yeah, you see people out in shorts. So
Even when it's raining sometimes.
sometimes even when it's raining, yeah,
That's
like,
UK, man.
it could be cloudy grey, like, but it's not raining. But you'll still be wearing shorts, t-shirt. So seeing this weather, like it makes me feel like
You're gonna get gas, isn't it?
it's a no-brainer. You're gonna get people out. Like it's not gonna stop people from going outside.
Especially when they've been in lockdown.
Yeah, when they've been in lockdown for so long and they've been abiding by the rules, or abiding by the rules the best as they can. Because obviously at the same time you have to go and help your loved ones and your family members and do whatever you need to do. So it is what it is.
But why are we turning on each other for things like
We
that?
shouldn't be turning on each other.
Because that's just going to make the government put us in lockdown for longer next time, if and when it comes. That's just going to make them think that it's okay because they're already turning on each other. So let's give the other people that vote for us and that want that, let's give them what they want. And all the other people with no fear, that don't really believe in politics and all this other stuff, and they're going to get fucked.
I think about it this way about how this campaign is about COVID and all that sort of stuff and what's going on. Like when you hear Bill Gates, yeah, a man of technology, not science, yeah, talking about a vaccine and then about a second wave, who is he to be even saying that? You built Microsoft, you're into computers, bro. Like, who are you to tell me or to address the world about COVID-19? Like that's how you know it's media campaign driven. Like, people who aren't even associated with the things. Yeah, I know Bill Gates has shares in pharmaceutical companies and he's an investor in them. That's why he's talking about it or pushing it because he wants to be the first one or his company to be the first to have the vaccine. So then obviously he can sell it all over the world. I mean, and make money from us, and plus push forward his agenda because he has a bigger agenda than probably government.
And in reality, how can he? Do you know what I mean? And how is it all of a sudden he's popped up during this pandemic and he's leading the way, yeah, for vaccines and stuff? Because there's a lot of people. Some people didn't know all this shit before. It's only now everything's coming out. He's behind that. He's behind that. He's behind that. Investments. That's what it is because they got investments in these companies, these pharmaceutical companies. So it's like who can get the vaccine out first. It's a race. Look at the countries that didn't go in lockdown. Sweden, Belarus never went in lockdown. Japan never went in lockdown. And they had one of the lowest death rates.
Belarus only had 5. Recently went up to 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago it was about 5 deaths.
Belarus must be a small country as well.
But now it's about 30. Like, so,
but that can be that.
That could be through anything.
Yeah.
They're saying obviously they're saying it's COVID-19, so we'll have to believe it because obviously Belarus didn't go on lockdown. So and obviously I saw their prime minister or president's like news report or when he was talking about when they were questioning him about not going into lockdown, and he was adamant like we're not going into lockdown for no virus. Like we will drink vodka and we will stay healthy. That's the cure. That was the cure. He said we'll drink vodka and we'll eat well.
That's the cure, bro. I spoke to some Russian guy as well. He said exactly the same thing. He said in my country there's no virus. We drink vodka, that's it. That's why people like David Icke coming out, giving us gems, like telling us who does what, who works for what. I didn't believe in conspiracies to start with. Like, I didn't take no notice of it. People try to show me about 9/11, other little things, and back then I didn't really take notice until this happened. And then I watched one David Icke interview, the first one, David Icke and Rose. I forgot his surname, but Rose. The first one, they got a trilogy of interviews out. Go watch them because they're all 3 hours long each and they're long, but it will show you a lot. Go watch them. The first one I watched, it just captivated me in a different way, and I knew like 2 + 2 = 4. Quick maths. It's not no algebra. This ain't no puzzle. This is what it is because he's shown man a straight path to what it is. And it's a simple strategy as well. It's not even something that's complicated. It's only complicated by humanity because all these mad things are happening and too much is happening. But when you get all that away, it's a straight path to where they want to take us, which is straight control, which is straight. Everything's controlled under one organ. Do you know what I mean? That's why you see the satellites going on. That's why you see security cameras getting put up everywhere. iPhones and phones getting put with these apps, these track and trace apps that can track where you are, who's got the virus. Remember, they said there's another wave coming, so more people, again, they're going to push you to get that app. And a lot of people are going to get it, and they're going to be track and traced. Yeah. So they've already got your movements. And what they do to people like David, they shut them down. But I get it. Because he was on YouTube. He was on YouTube calling out the owner of YouTube. He was on Facebook calling out the owner of Facebook. He knows each and every one who owns the company, who's invested in the companies, and especially the pharmaceutical ones. World Health Organization, he knows.
What we need to do is go onto Bill Gates' Wikipedia or something like that and just look at all the companies he's invested in. We hold shareholders in.
All the information is there for you.
There. It's all there.
Nothing's hidden, like. But watch Pandemic. They've taken it down many times on YouTube because obviously what it's saying.
Because what it's saying probably because
it's the truth.
That's
the
why.
Truth. And the woman's selling books, like they've shut her down, but she's written a book, and that's the #1 selling book right now. So people are waking up. And like I said, 2 + 2 = 4. Like, why are we questioning something when they've already admitted that they're lying about it? They said that they're manipulating numbers. They've said that some people are dying of other causes, but they're putting down this COVID-19. And we're seeing loads of stories on social media where the same thing. You can't go to funerals, or the funeral won't get done within 2 weeks unless you say, sign it off as COVID-19.
They're threatening you, basically.
Yeah, so families are in a catch-22 situation. Because obviously you want to bury your loved one, innit? You've just lost. But you're under restrictions. you got to accept, basically, that they died of COVID-19, otherwise your funeral ain't happening for months. Do you know what I mean? And there's many stories. I've seen many stories the last few weeks that's obviously makes people question. I've seen many stories. I'm not talking about 1, 2, 3. I'm talking about many.
There's a guy whose dad had underlying conditions, whatever, blah blah blah. Had a carer come in to see him, and
I see that one as well.
And basically, if he didn't have that relationship with his carer, they would have took his dad to hospital and he would be dead.
They tried to take him away.
Take him away when there was nothing wrong with him. So,
but because the carer rang him and warned him,
that they didn't take
it, stopped it.
They stopped it.
But imagine how many other people, thousands of people, that's happening to around the world now. Because not a lot of people's on social media. They don't know that they can use that as a platform to voice their story. Many people are just no social media, no phone, or they just got the old school like Nokia 3210 brick phone. They play snakes on and they just call their loved ones and that's it. They ain't got smartphones like us. They don't know how to log into Facebook and Twitter and tell their story and that people are gonna listen. They're just going by what's being told them, what's going on in front of them, because they're scared. Fear. That's what it is. It's fear, control.
I think growing up as a kid, you are led to believe the news is the news and they're telling the truth, I guess. But as you get older, you start realizing that everything they're saying is the truth and everything they're saying is right, or they're just saying it they're just saying it for clicks and likes, or do you know what I mean? Because it's trending. Yeah. So,
or telling you what they think you want to hear.
Or just telling you what they think you want to hear. So that's literally what they do.
Because they know the truth is gonna what? It's gonna rattle the cage. The truth is gonna end it. All this control will be gone if the truth come up. All this programming will be gone. That's why certain things are called programs, because they're programming your mind, your perception. They're creating films, they're creating documentaries, they're creating things that later on in life you actually realise, wow, I swear I've seen that before in a film. Oh, I swear I've seen this before. That's when people get deja vu, you know, like when you get deja vu and things. That could be from something that you've watched. And then later on in life, it happens, and you realise, wow, you can't remember to the time when you watched it in a film. So it just feels like deja vu kind of thing. But they do it in films and programs all the time. Subliminal messages. All these futuristic films you see as well, like holograms, like films with holograms in, or films with certain technology in. And then now, we're seeing that technology. Or now we're seeing, do you know what I mean? We're seeing that technology now. Face recognition, all them things there. You couldn't speak about this in the 90s. We wouldn't have known about it in 2000s. Fingerprint recognition, everything recognition. Look in China, even the school kids, they got to do finger and face recognition to get in school. Like, they're all owned by cryptocurrency. They do a lot of things by cryptocurrency over there. And there's been a lot of videos saying that that's going to happen over here and worldwide. It's just a matter of time. But all these things are leading to that time. Do you know what I mean? And it's all down to, like, now is an experiment to see if they can control our perceptions, our opinions, and get them to believe what we're saying. And 95% of us fucking do. 90% of humanity does. Like, all sheep. I voted in December, in January. The last election just gone, I voted. Only because I like Jeremy Corbyn. Yeah, I voted. But never again will you see me vote. Never again. Especially now, so much has come to light. Never again will you see me vote or be involved in politics, because I'm done with it. Like, they're not here for us. They're not here for us.
This is all about population control, isn't it? You want to control the numbers in the food restaurant, so why can't you control the numbers in the gym? What's the difference? So, to me, yeah, government are just contract killers. Like, they just out to reduce numbers and save money.
Kill us off long term.
Yeah.
Subliminally thinking that we like the stuff and we love it. McDonald's, you're loving it. And an advert making us think we love it.
I could not believe when I saw the queues. Like, I saw the videos and the queues of certain places for the drive-thrus.
McDonald's, ram down the road.
For fast food. For fast food. Like, you want to wait 2-3 hours for fast food. That's not fast food, is it?
Yeah. I see people arguing, like, my sister sent me videos of people arguing, queuing, like, and arguing because they've been in the queue for 2-3 hours. The queue's just going down the road. Like, McDonald's is around the corner from me and it's going down the road. And all this shit's made me realise I'm not eating junk food no more. Or I'm at least going to cut it down.
If anything, yeah, make it yourself.
You might as well make the junk food yourself.
Make it yourself, like. That's what I've been doing. I buy my mints, season it, put my burgers together. I make my own burgers. I ain't going to no food shop. What for?
You don't know what's in it. Like, you don't know what's in the burgers.
Yeah, you don't know what processed meat they're using, where they're buying it from, where they're sourcing their shit, how much they're buying it for. So why not? Why not? I'm making chicken burgers. That's what I've been doing. I've been doing it all. Burger takes like 10-15 minutes if you want to make it.
Which is nothing out and you're queuing for fucking 3 hours for McDonald's.
Yeah.
So you do the maths. What makes sense? Do the maths. Grassroots sports, they're not opening up that. Gyms, they're not opening up that yet. KFC and McDonald's. Shit that's gonna fuck up your insides, like, that's not even good food, man. And it's gonna fuck up your insides, and when you get ill, you can't recover.
Yeah. When the second wave, they're just building you up for the second wave.
Feeding you up, beefing you up for the second wave.
Feeding you up for the second wave.
And you're lapping, and people are lapping it up.
So we'll see what happens.
Just because they think they like it, like.
We'll see what happens to you average drive-through goers.
Yeah, we'll see them hospitals they've been making. Let's see if you end up in them hospitals, because you're rushing to McDonald's. Like, cut out the junk food, man. Cut out the shit food. Cut out all that dead chicken that they give you. Cut out all them squash burgers they give you. Forget it. It's dead. There's no point. Like, change your diet, because when shit like this comes round, yeah, the only way you're going to recover is if you've got a good diet and you've got a good, strong immune system.
Yeah.
Not eating McDonald's and that. So, stop that.
So I mean, I'd rather go to my local chicken shop with halal meat.
Yeah, you know you're getting halal meat.
You know, you're getting served proper meat anyway. So, and they do like Nando style chicken, just as good, just as good.
And we know everyone's got a few spots local to them that does the same as well. Like, so go get that, innit?
Trust me, man.
Halal.
I ain't spending £12 for a half chicken or a meal or whatever it is when I go to across the road and get mine for £5.99, £4.99, or £5.99.
Go watch Game Changers on Netflix, yeah, and you'll change your perception of meat eating. I'm not saying I'm not a meat eater, I'm not a vegetarian.
I can't say I don't eat meat, I love it.
Because I do eat it. But I'm saying it's made me think twice about what I eat, where I eat, and how I eat. If you're going to eat that kind of food, make sure you know where it's coming from.
And next you know you come from, and try and stay away from all the big chains. That's what I say, because chains are the ones that will fuck you over in terms of your diet and your stomach.
They're just mass producing, isn't it?
They're mass producing.
Now let's talk about something a bit more deep. Like, we're going to jump into what happened the other day, or last week, say, with George Floyd. I'm sure everyone's seen it, they've seen what's going on. Like, even when I scrolled past the video, and at first I didn't really take it too seriously because I don't know why. I watched the whole thing from beginning to end when the guy was kneeling on his neck until he took his last breath. And I didn't think too much of it at first. But then when I see the aftermath, and then I thought about police brutality in history, it started hitting me like, and I was thinking, nah, this is wrong, man. Because at first, to be honest, it didn't hit me. Do you know what I mean?
I think it doesn't hit you because it's not happening in your country.
Yeah, in your country.
Like, obviously, policing over here is a lot different to America. Like, but
It's soft over here, like,
soft
compared to over there. Constitutional racism, isn't it?
Yeah, literally.
Remember, it's been happening over there for decades. Like, Black Lives Matter, that march has been going on for years.
But the thing, see, with this recent one, I didn't really take to it because you know why? About 3-4 weeks ago, there was a different incident
America as well.
in America, yeah, of a kid, a teenager. He was going for a jog. He was on lockdown, going for a jog in his neighborhood, and he was on his Instagram live, and he was running, obviously doing his job, blah blah blah, chatting to his people, and then obviously you see him gloss over his shoulder a little bit, and then next thing you know, he's bang bang on the ground. Phone's there, still live, and you see the police officers just chatting, like gossiping, like just like it was nothing, like
It's another job.
That's just another day, like yeah, that's like we've done our job today, sort of thing. It was disgusting, like, and seeing this one, like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, whatever, like no one was really bothered about the one that happened last month. Do you know what I mean? Only yesterday, really. I actually went to look at the video of what happened, and I couldn't watch it, really. I couldn't watch it. I started to watch the first 30-40 seconds, then I forwarded it to sort of hear what he was saying, and then I'm like, after that,
You're screaming for your mum and that.
I just stopped. I didn't even get to that part. I just stopped it. I was like, I can't watch this no more. And like,
You won't see that happen over here.
no way.
You wouldn't see a cop put him down and choke him out.
No.
Over here.
And
They'll do it until you say, please stop, and they'll stop.
and so casually in front of cameras.
He was staring at the woman that was filming, bro.
Casually, just casually, like there. Like,
He had no remorse. Like, when he was doing it, he had no fear. No,
just cold blooded.
it's like he wanted to do it. That's what's fucked up.
And I've seen a post. There's a post that's been going around as well about that police officer and about his history, his track record. track record shows that
He's racist.
he's racist. He does this all the time. It's an ongoing theme.
Shot up a blackie a few years ago. Wasn't it?
Yeah. It's an ongoing theme. It's to do with racism. So
No one can doubt that it's not about racism.
and all the government do is just cover it up because these police officers that they provide are meant to be serving and protecting the people.
And this is what gets me here as well, because people gun Donald Trump here. They gun him for all what's going on. Yeah. But it's like his voters, some of his people, his fans, they misinterpret what he means when he says, "Let's make America great again." It's like they misinterpret it to an extent where they think that it's all about white people.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So they think, all right, let's make America great again. Let's get out all the blacks and all the Spanish and all the Mexicans and let's get it back to white country owned. And do you get what I mean? Which is why a lot of these people take it to the level that they take it to. And people they say it's Trumpful because of the things that he quotes, the things that he says, and the people that are at his rallies. But when you think about it, Trump's done a lot of things for the black people. I've seen many stories where he's done more for the black people, black community, than what Barack Obama did when he was in power. Barack Obama made a lot of big moves, but I'm talking about in communities and getting people out of jail. He's done a lot of things, he's done a few things. Many would say he's racist, obviously, because of what he said in the past and the way he said things. But when you've got officers that are going out and taking these things literally and killing black people, like on purpose, it makes you question, like, obviously these people are misinterpreting what the fuck man means when he says, "Let's make America great again." Do you get what I mean? Because black people contribute the same, you know. Black people made the country just as big as what the white people's made it big over there.
I think black people in America, spent over $4 billion on Jordans. On the Jordan brand alone.
Yeah.
In America.
So imagine that's invested into the economy. What that's doing for the economy. People like Michael Jordan, Jay-Z. They all invest in their economy. They're all part of what's making America big and great. Do you get what I mean? Kanye West. People cuss Kanye West because he is the way he is and he wore a Donald Trump hat. But there's a reason why he did it. Do you get what I mean? A lot of people were friends with Trump before he become president. A lot of rappers and that. Everyone used to quote him like in raps and stuff. So when he got into power now, obviously man are saying that he's racist and he's this and that, but Kanye's like, let the man do his thing, innit? Like, we know him, kind of thing. Give him a chance. A couple times Trump called him in for certain meetings and people were saying that he's doing that just to get the black people on his side, kind of thing. But when you watch Kanye's documentaries and you see what kind of a person he is and how he sees things, you understand. Do you know what I mean? Stop reading what the newspapers are giving you and the front pages are giving you and go watch documentaries and interviews and you'll see why certain people are like the way they are.
And another thing about Trump, I was going to mention it because it just come to my head. When he mentioned, when he had that interview, when he addressed the media, and he mentioned about disinfectant.
Oh,
yeah. The way it was reported to the way it was reported was completely different. I mean, the way it was written,
how he said it.
To how he said it, yeah, it was completely different. Like it's so weird and funny how the media are against him as well. It's just hilarious.
It's like they're trying to make him look stupid. Like,
yeah,
they started posting up pictures of people drinking Dettol and shit, or Domestos and like funny things and saying
Lysol.
Yeah, Lysol, whatever the popular bleaches over there, or whatever.
Lysol.
Like. And when you look at medical research, there is a treatment that they do use disinfectant. I think it's called O3 something.
There is. People
a treatment.
People were laughing at it. People people are laughing at it and joking about it, yeah, but there are already medicines and vaccinations and things in place here that have a human version a human-friendly version of disinfectant in it. I'm not sure the name of it. It might have been what you said it was called.
O3 some shit.
But there are drugs that are out there that have that in it. So he wasn't just saying rubbish. He was just what it was here. When we saw the video, it was like he obviously he wasn't knowledgeable about it because he's not a scientist or he's not a doctor, and you can see that he was referring. He was kept on glancing over to his specialist or the person who probably informed him of it to say that to nod his head and say yes, this is the theory is true. There is something behind it. But the way it was reported and written in the media made him look like an idiot, and you just saw so many trolls and memes and this and that. It was just
it's because they don't. It's because they don't want him. They don't want him to win the election in.
Probably don't. They don't want him in power. Yeah.
So they're throwing nothing at man.
But at the same time, yeah, he's throwing out there something that was true and it has a point, yeah. But they wanted to dismiss it and throw it as rubbish here because of, I think maybe because of the vaccination pushing, the Bill Gates pushing the vaccination and Dr. Fauci and Bill Gates coinciding with each other.
It's gonna fuck up their plan.
It's gonna mess their plans. So if he exposes that, yeah, about the coronavirus and saying about disinfectant and mentioning it and all that sort of stuff, like it will just destroy their agenda on world order and control.
And now you see that they're going against. Like Trump is already going for them. He's already
gone for them already.
Stopped funding to the WHO. He knows something's up in it, but he's getting stopped as well by people above him from making certain moves. So what's getting allowed to play out will get played out to some degree, but there will also be a lot of conflict, and that will be shown over the next few years. But like I said, like people take the message of make America great again and twist it. Do you know what I mean? There's too much racism in America. Right? There's too much. And for cops to be killing man on camera, raw like that. Come on, man. What the fuck is that? Imagine if the woman never had a camera now and she never filmed that. We wouldn't even have known about it. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. That would have just been swept under the carpet. Another one swept under the carpet.
Yeah, but think about that's happened. That's got caught on camera. But think about the ones that don't.
Exactly.
Many that don't. Like.
The ones that the black people that they catch on the back streets.
The ones they catch around the corners in the back streets where no one can see.
No one can see. It's happening all the time. There's another video. Some man got attacked with a dog at his gate, and he's missed. He surrendered to the police, and a man still ran at him with the dog and let the dog grab his leg while he was on the floor with his hands behind his back, and he was black, obviously. So, and all the officers were white. There was about 4 or 5 of them. It's in America again, and the guy's missus was trying to get the dogs off him and that. And I see that one a few weeks ago. I didn't think too much about it until all these things, until the George Floyd situation happened the other day. That's when you start thinking about things again, and you start thinking, oh man, that's fucked up. Do you get what I mean?
Same shit's still going on. It doesn't make there's no compassion, there's no empathy for any sharing it around to everyone, sharing empathy and compassion to everyone.
There's no love,
there's no love. There's no love. It's I don't know. We're in a sick and twisted era at the moment that we're living in.
Imagine now, when we was young, it was happening. When you get older, you see it yourself. You see it on camera. You see it. You feel the emotion of the people. It's a next feeling. Even the other day, man, I watched it and I cried, but I swear down, I shed a tear because I was thinking this is too much. There was a video where the woman was crying. I filmed it, and she was crying her head off. She was saying, "I was right here, bro. They killed him right in front of me, bro, and I couldn't do nothing." And that just hit me on the next level. I'm thinking to myself, imagine that if I was hurt, or if I was in that situation, like, you can't. Do you know what I mean? Like, knowing that the police have got guns, and if you do step forward and go mad, they're gonna shoot you. Do you know what I mean? It's not like you could just start rushing them because they'll shoot you, bro.
I don't know what I would have done if I was watching it.
They'll shoot you up
because like you got a policeman watching, and you have one, so you got.
There was three holding him down, you know. Huh? There was three holding him down. There was two on the other side.
Okay.
But the one on the front had his knee on his neck.
Jesus. That's what I mean. I didn't even see the footage properly like that.
There's another angle. Someone took a picture. Yeah. There's two officers holding down his lower body, and then the one on the front had his knee on his neck. That's why the guy was saying, I can't move. Because if someone's got their knee on your neck, yeah, if you use your ultimate strength and you've got your lower body free, you might be able to wriggle and do a madness and get up. Do you know what I mean? But if you're completely pinned down, you're not getting up.
And his hands were tied behind his back as well.
Exactly.
He wasn't going anywhere.
Where are you going? So why are you doing that? Why you got your knee on man's neck, bro? Tried to kill man. And then, like you said, the Chinese man was just standing there, like,
just standing there watching that, making sure that none of the public can interfere, basically. It's just, it's disgusting.
Like, why wasn't he saying to the other officer, allow it now, stop?
Yeah.
Man was screaming for, he's a big 50, 40-year-old man, you know, and he's saying, Mama, that's how deep he is. Like, that's how fucked up he is. What big man calls their mum when they're, you know what I mean? Man was on his last breaths. So, that's deep. Doesn't matter what he done. If he murdered someone or raped a kid or some shit like that, then maybe we might be able to, do you know what I mean? It's not about race, it's about what he done. But some bullshit forgery thing I see back there. Fake note, he used a fake note or something, and they got pulled over, boom. That's what they done. And look at the aftermath, the protesting.
And with the protesting, with the fake people, with the dressed up people
in that suit, like a chemical suit thing,
trying to smash the windows, creating all the looting, inviting the looting, should I say? Because it was a peaceful protest, or in a way, like they were just running the police out.
They're just them against the police.
And then obviously they were crowding in the parking lot of this complex, whatever it was, where there's supermarkets and whatever. And there's a guy just gas mask, hood, everything,
umbrella as well.
Umbrella with a crowbar or something, just smashing windows of the shops. Literally just going around smashing windows, and it was going on everywhere. It's been reported, they've been seen everywhere. Like create a perception of the black people are doing that. But all they did was see an opportunity because someone smashed the window.
Yeah. You know, if you smash the window, if you open the door, we're going inside, isn't it?
Like especially
that's what they're doing.
Especially when you're doing it in a poor community. Like you're doing it in a community where they're struggling to make money anyway. So you're presenting an opportunity where they can just walk in
and get shit for free
and get shit for nothing.
So of course they're gonna lap that up.
Yeah.
But the guy supposedly was a
police or something.
Yeah, a Fed.
Yeah.
So imagine you got like undercover Fed now dressed up like that, pretending they're joining in a march.
Yeah.
Smashing windows so the black people can run in there. And then on the news they're showing the black people running in and out and stuff.
Yeah, looting. Saying that
only the black people, you know.
Yeah.
So imagine if there weren't cameras again.
Showing that there were black and white people at the marches and looting. No.
That's fucked up. So that's still feeding you the fear of
the perception
of black people are doing this, like, and they're the ones that are struggling most with the virus and catching the virus. So that's just all racism. It's just pouring into the pot of racism.
It's conquer and divide.
Conquer and divide. That's all their ultimate goal is, like.
Conquer and divide.
But we should not be watching.
Divide and then conquer.
Yeah, divide and conquer. But we shouldn't be watching that shit on social media, man getting killed by a police officer. We should not be able to watch that.
Been able to get that far.
Never get that far. Like, you could have just arrested him, normal, tasered him, like shot him in the leg. He would have been better off. He would have still been alive. Why the fuck you holding him down and choking him out? And then you're watching, you know, I was watching the whole thing. The guy was looking at him, watching him take his last breath. That is evil, bro. That is evil. That's devil. You can't be doing that shit. That is the devil's work.
It's like,
and then the same guy wants to talk about, let's make him, I see him in a red cap talk about, let's make America white again, his hat said. So you know he's a racist.
You already know.
And like you said as well, man got previous of,
He's had previouses already, which have all been swept under.
I couldn't live there. And if you get stopped over there, you're fucked. Do you know what I mean? Like, the police pull guns on you straight away. No questions asked.
We've got this, all we can do is hope that we get the chance to speak. Because we're English.
Yeah. Just let me say my piece.
Just let me say something. They'll know that we're English and know that we're here on holiday.
But then that could be a thing. They might victimize us because we're there on holiday. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
you never know.
they could victimize you because you're there on holiday. They know you're from out of the country.
No.
Like, what? And you're black. Oh my God. We got dessert here today, baby. You don't know, innit? Like, but imagine living over there and living that daily.
Because if that ever happened to a tourist, that someone who came to visit,
Yeah, you know about it on the news, innit?
you know about it. Then the country, the citizen of that country, that their country will get involved.
The embassy and all that shit.
It will be peak. It was so peak. That's why I don't believe it would ever happen. I can't see it ever happening because that's how people would be. They have to know that
They can get away with it.
They have to know that they're citizens or. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they gotta know they can get away with it.
Yeah.
If you're a citizen, you can get away with it.
Yeah.
innit? Because like they could just, you're their number. Right now we're UK's number. So you're their number. Whatever happens over there could potentially stay over there. But because of camera phones and all this shit, the whole world's seeing it. You can't hide, boy. You can't hide. Racism is in the face now.
And I don't think that what they're doing, see, like, with what they do on TV, with what they do with television, like, and all the violence and the crimes and stuff you see on all that, so that when you see it in real life, it's normal. So now we're seeing more and more of these videos, and it seems like it's just become normal until there was one that really touched, which has been this recent one, and now you're seeing the repercussions and the side effects and the aftermath, and hopefully we'll see.
Hopefully it calms down.
Hopefully it will calm down and there'll be some reform and changes to the government and the way they do things and policing.
How they treat black people over there. Like, because you can't carry on that. You can't carry on doing shit like that. Black people kill each other as it goes anyway in the hoods over there. But the police getting on that now, and especially if it's a white officer doing that to a black guy, and you know the white guy is racist, they're supposed to be setting examples. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to be being part of the problem. You're supposed to be saving the problem. You're adding to it. You're making it. Do you know what I'm saying? You've made it worse because this don't happen if a black man kills a black man in the hood. Protect himself. What? You killed him, like. And that's how fucked up humanity is. But like I said over here, it's easy. Especially during the virus shit, this pandemic. It's sad that black people gotta deal with this shit. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, our thoughts go out to everyone that's doing this right now and dealing with it right now, the families and shit. Anyone that's lost their life from COVID-19 as well. But we just gotta do better, man. And try to cut out all the bullshit. Do you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's us against them. We gotta realise it's the people against the state. And until they can treat us better, we can't treat them with respect or believe in what they say until they treat us with some respect. Do you get what I mean? And tell us the truth. Because that's all it boils down to at the end of the day is tell us the truth, innit? And look after us. But be fucking killing us and doing all this other dumb shit.
I watched this man die. I was the one that was recording the whole thing. I seen him die. what is going on. I pull my camera out. This man cannot breathe at all. He's like, please, I can't breathe, and they did not care. They killed this man. And I was right there. I was like 5 feet away. It is so traumatizing.
They didn't get fired this morning just for no reason. They should have been fired yesterday. But us, as we stand here and coming together, we are making history. This is just the beginning, and we have so much farther to go. He needs to be escorted away from this protest. He needs to be escorted away from the protest. This is not what we're going to do, violence. We're going to do this the correct way.
I think America must see riots do not develop out of thin air. Certain conditions continue to exist in our society, which must be condemned as vigorously as we condemn riots. In the final analysis, a riot is the language of the unheard. What is it that America has failed to hear? Failed to hear that the plight of the Negro poor has worsened over the last few years. Failed to hear that the promises of freedom and justice have not been met. And it has failed to hear that large segments of white society are more concerned about tranquility and the status quo than about justice, equality, and humanity.